about to proceed. At this time, please silence all cell phones, smartwatches, and electronic devices. Turn off any alarms or notifications that may cause a disturbance during proceedings. Photography, video, or audio recording, and any form of live streaming are strictly prohibited in this court. Violators may be subject to removal or further legal action. Emergency exits are behind you and to the right of the stage. In just a moment, the jury will be retiring to the deliberation room to begin discussing the case. This is a critical and confidential phase of the trial. Out of respect for the process, we ask that everyone be seated, remain silent, and maintain proper courtroom decorum. Please do not speak, text, or move about unnecessarily. Your full cooperation is required to ensure the dignity and fairness of these proceedings. Thank you.
Hello there, everyone. My name is Francis Dentrone.
And I'm Jillian Hewer.
And together we own a company called Frank and Jill Theatrics, LLC. Today you're going to be watching our production of 12 Angry Jurors. Guys. Now, before we start the show, I just want to say a few things. This cast has worked incredibly hard to put this show together, and I couldn't be prouder of them. But we do ask that you guys stay for a little while after the show, as we are saying goodbye to one of our cast members after the show. So thank you guys for. Please just stay seated for that. Please don't leave unless you need to leave. Speaking of exits, there's exits in the back of the auditorium. There's one exit, or we can exit through here. Those are our emergency exits in case anything goes wrong. The bathrooms are through that door. I will let you through if anyone needs to use the bathroom. Do not use the bathroom in that back corner. Do not. Please. Oh, during intermission and after the show, my sister, who is running concessions today, Amelia Denstrome, will be taking donations. If you'd like to donate to the continued life and theater of Frank and Jill Theatrics, please feel free to donate. Anyways, after all that being said, please enjoy 12 Angry Jurors. Murder in the first degree. Premeditated homicide is the most serious charge tried in our criminal courts. You have heard a long and complex case, jurors, and it is now your duty to sit down and try to separate the facts from the fantasy. One man is dead. The life of another is at stake. If there is a reasonable doubt in your minds as to the guilt of the accused, then you must declare him not guilty. If, however, there is no reasonable doubt, then he must be found guilty. Whichever way you decide, the verdict must be unanimous. I urge you to deliberate honestly and thoughtfully. You are faced with a grave responsibility. Thank you, jurors.
The jury will retire.
This kid doesn't have a chance. All right, come on. everybody's here. If you need anything, I'll be right behind this door. Please, just now.
Did he lock that door?
Yes, he did.
What do they think we are, crooks? They lock us up. And then they lock up that kid forever. That's right with me.
You know, I never knew they did that.
Sure they locked the door. What do you think?
I just didn't know. It never occurred to me.
Shall we all admit right now that it's hot and humid, our tempers are short.
It's been a long week. I feel just fine.
Well, wonder what's been going on down in the office. You know how it is advertising. 6 days my job could be gone. Whole company too. They're not gonna like this, I tell you.
Oh, I figured it's our duty.
Oh, I didn't object to my duty. I'm just saying I may not have a job, but I'm back.
Hey, ask him to hire you. He's rich. Look at the suits. Is that custom tailor?
Yes, it is.
I have an uncle who's a tailor.
How's he do?
Not too well. You know a friend of his? That's a friend of my uncle. The tailor? Well, he wanted to be on this jury in my place.
Why didn't you let him? I would have done anything to miss this.
And risk getting caught or something? Well, you know what kind of fine we pay for issuing myself? Anyways, this friend of my uncle's was on jury once, about 10 years ago. A case just like this one.
So what happened?
They let him off. Reasonable doubt. You know, about 8 years later, they found that he actually had done it anyway. A guilty man, a murderer, was heard news to the streets. Well, did they get him?
They couldn't.
Why not?
A man can be held in double jeopardy unless it's a hung jury. A man can be tried twice for the same crime.
Yeah, that is not gonna happen here.
6 days. It should have been 2. Talk, talk, talk. Did you ever hear so much talk about nothing? I suppose they're entitled. Everybody gets a fair trial. That's the system. I'm supposing you can't say anything against it.
Hey, how'd you like that business with the knife?
You ever hear a funnier story?
Well, look, you've got to expect that. You know what we're dealing with.
Kid bought a switch knife that night.
And then he lost it.
A hole in his
A
body.
hole in his father.
An awful way to kill your father. A knife in the chest.
Well, look at the kind of people they are. You know them.
What's the matter? You got a cold?
A Lulu. He's how other colds can kill you. I had one last year. I was on vacation too.
All right, everyone. Let's sit in order. Right? 1, 2, 3.
Right. Now, well, this better go quick. I got tickets to the Subway series tonight.
What team?
Next, you?
I'm an Orioles fan.
An Orioles fan? That's like getting hit in the head with a crowbar once a day, huh?
Hilarious.
All right, Your Honor, start the show. How about sitting down? Gentlemen, by the window. Aye. How about sitting down?
I'm so sorry. It's tough to figure, isn't it? Kid kills his father, bing, just like that. Well, it's the element. They let their kids run wild. Maybe it serves them right.
There are better proofs in some emotion you may have. Perhaps a dislike for some group.
And we all agreed it was hot.
And that our tempers were run short.
That's if we disagree, but this is open and shut. Let's get this done. All right, now, fellow jurors, you can handle this any way you want to. I mean, I'm not gonna make any rules. So we can either discuss first and then vote. That's one way, or we can vote now and see where we stand.
Let's vote now. Who knows? Maybe we could all go home.
Yeah,
Let's see who's where.
right. Let's vote now.
Yes, let us vote.
Anyone doesn't want to vote?
Well, that was easy.
All those voting guilty, raise your hands. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, okay, not guilty? Look who's in left field. All right. 11 to 1. 11 guilty and 1 guilty. Well, now we see where we stand. Do you really think the kid's not guilty?
I don't know. After 6 days, he doesn't know.
In 6 days I could learn calculus. I mean, this is ABC.
I don't believe it's as simple as ABC.
I've never seen a guiltier man in my life.
What does a guilty man look like? He's not guilty until we say so. Are we to vote just on his face?
You sat right in court and heard the same things I did. That man's a dangerous killer. You could see it.
What are the facial characteristics of a killer?
Well,
Please, I'd like to know. Where do you look to see if a man's a killer? Maybe you know something I don't.
Look, what is there about the case that makes you think the boy is innocent?
He's 19 years old.
that's old enough. He knifed his own father 4 inches deep into the chest. An innocent little 19-year-old boy.
I agree with you that the boy is guilty, but I think we should try to avoid emotionally colored arguments.
All right, they proved it a dozen different ways. Do you want me to list them?
No. Well, do you believe that stupid story he told?
Now.
Do you believe the kid's story? I don't know. Maybe I don't. So what'd you vote not guilty for? There were 11 votes for guilty. It's not so easy for me to raise my hand and send a boy off to die without talking about it first. Well, who said it's easy for me?
Or me.
No one.
Well, he's still just as guilty, whether it's an easy vote or a hard one.
Yeah, is there something wrong because I voted quickly? Not necessarily.
I think the guy's guilty. Couldn't change my mind if he talked for 100 years.
I don't want to change your mind.
Just what are you thinking of?
I think we ought to talk for a little. Look, this boy has been kicked around all of his life. Living in the slums, his mother dead since he was 9. That's not a very good head start. He's a tough, angry kid. And you know why slum kids get that way? Because we knock over the head once a day, every day. I think we just owe him a few words. That's all.
Alright, it's hard. It was hard for me. Everything I've got I fought for. I worked my way through college. It was a long time ago. Perhaps you do forget. I fought, yes, but I never killed.
I know what it's like. I never killed nobody.
I've been kicked around too. Wait until you've worked at an ad agency and the big boys who follow the advertising walks. I mean, we all know.
In my country, in Europe, kicking was a science. But let's try to find something better than that.
I don't mind telling you this, mister. We don't know that kid a thing. He got a fair trial, didn't he? You know what that trial cost? He's lucky he got it. Look, we're all grown-ups here. You're not gonna tell us that we're supposed to believe him, knowing what he is. I've lived among them all my life. You can't trust a word they say. You know that.
I don't know that. What a terrible thing for anyone to believe. Since when is dishonesty a good characteristic? You have no monopoly on the truth.
All right, it's not Sunday. We don't need a sermon.
What this woman says is very dangerous.
I don't see any need for arguing like this. I think we ought to be able to behave like decent human beings.
Right.
Oh, all right, if you insist.
Thank you.
Sure.
If we're going to discuss this case, why? Let's discuss the facts.
I think that's a good point. We have a job to do. Let's do it.
If you all don't mind, I'm going to close the window. It was blowing on my face,
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'd like to keep the window open.
but it was blowing on me.
Don't you want a little air? It's summer. It's hot.
I was very uncomfortable.
There are 12 of us in this room. It's the only window on this side. If you don't mind.
I have some rights too.
Yes, so do the rest of us.
All right, all right. The window stays open.
Okay. Shall we get back to the case?
Yeah, let's.
Well, I may have an idea here. Just thinking out loud, but let's put a man on stage, see if he can improvise. Seems to me it's up to us to convince this gentleman right here that we're right and he's wrong. I say we each talk for a minute. Try to emphasize.
I think that sounds fair.
Very fair.
Well, suppose we go once around the table. All right.
Start it off.
Right. Start with you.
Oh, well, reasons, just guilty. But there is a life at stake.
All right. Let's get to the facts. Number one, let's take the old man who lived on the second floor in the apartment right below where the killing took place. On the night of the killing, he said he heard noises in the apartment above him. He said it sounded like a fight. Then he heard the boy say to his father, "I'm gonna kill you." And a second later, he heard the father's body falling. And then he ran to the door of his apartment, looked out, and saw the boy running down the stairs and out of the house. So, he called the police. They found the father with a knife in his chest. And the coroner fixed the time of death at around midnight.
Right. Now what else do you want?
It doesn't seem to fit.
The boy's entire story is flimsy. He claims he was at the movies. It's a little ridiculous, isn't it? He can't remember what picture he saw.
That's right. You're absolutely right.
He didn't have any ticket stub.
Who keeps a ticket stub at the movies?
That's true enough.
I suppose, but the cashier didn't remember them.
And the ticket taker didn't either.
Look, what about that woman across the street? Her testimony don't prove it, then nothing does.
That's right. She saw the killing now, didn't she?
Let's go in order.
Now just a minute. Here's a woman who's, lying in bed and can't sleep. It's hot, Anyways, she wakes up and looks out the window, and right across the street she sees the boy stick a knife in his father.
How are we sure that the woman saw the boy through the windows of a passing elevated train?
She's known the kid all his life. His window was right opposite hers, across the L tracks, and she swore she saw him do it.
I heard her swear to it.
Okay, and they proved in court that you can look through the windows of a passing L train at night and see what's happening on the other side. They proved it.
Weren't you just telling us a minute or two ago that we can't trust them? That we can't believe them?
So,
Let me ask you this. She's one of them, too, isn't she? So why do you believe her?
you're a pretty smart fellow, aren't you? Take it easy.
All right, calm down. Take a seat. What are you letting him get you all upset for?
Jurors, they did take us out to the woman's room and we looked through the windows of a moving elevated train, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And weren't you able to see what happened on the other side?
I could see what was happening on the other side, but I couldn't see as clearly as they said I would.
There, you see, do you see?
Let's calm down now. It's your turn.
I'll pass it.
That's privilege. How about you?
Well, I don't know. I started to be convinced with that testimony from those people across the hall. Now, didn't they say that there was a fight between the boy and his father around 7 o'clock that night? I mean, I could be wrong.
I believe it was 8 o'clock, not 7.
Yes, that's right. 8 o'clock.
They heard the father hit the boy twice and saw the boy walk angrily out the house.
Right.
So, what does that prove?
Well, it doesn't exactly prove anything. It's just part of the picture. I never said it proved anything.
Anything else?
No.
Look, I just feel like it's all been said already. We could talk all day about this thing. I think we're wasting our time.
I don't.
Neither do I. Go on.
Well, just look at the kid's record, right? He was arrested for mugging. He stole a car. I think they said he stabbed somebody in the arm.
They did.
He was picked up for knife writing. At 15, he was in reform school. And they sent him to reform school for stabbing someone.
Yeah, this is a very fine boy.
Ever since he was 5 years old, his father beat him up regularly. He used his fists.
Yeah, well, so would I on a kid like that. You're right. It's the kids. The way they are, They don't listen. I've got a kid. He was 8 years old. He ran away from a fight. I saw him. I was so ashamed. I told him right out. I'm gonna make a man out of you, or I'm gonna bust you up in a little pieces. Try it. Well, when he was 15, he hit me right in the face. He's a big kid, Haven't seen him in 3 years. Rotten kids! I hate those kids! You want your life out!
not here to go into reasons why slums are breeding grounds for criminals. They are. I know it, so do you. The children who come from these slum backgrounds are potential menaces to society.
You said it. I don't want any part of them. Believe me.
I've lived in a slum my whole life.
Now wait a minute.
I used to play in a backyard that was filled with garbage. Maybe it still smells like it.
Now let's be reasonable. There's nothing personal.
There is something personal.
All right, calm down. She didn't mean you, feller.
Then who did she mean?
I can understand this sensitivity.
Stop bickering.
We're wasting time.
It's your turn.
All right. I have a peculiar feeling about this trial. I somehow felt that the defense counsel never really conducted a thorough cross-examination. So many questions were left unasked.
While my opinion on the guilt of the boy doesn't change, still, I agree with you that the defense counsel was bad.
So, this is a point.
What about the facts?
So many questions were left unanswered.
What about the ones that were answered? For instance, let's take that cute little switch knife. You know, the one that fine, upright boy admitted buying.
All right, let's talk about it. Let's get it in here so we can all see it. Mrs. Harmon, if you don't mind.
We've already seen the knife. I don't get why we need to see it again. What do you think?
The gentleman has the right to see exhibits and evidence.
All right with me.
This knife is a pretty strong piece of evidence, don't you agree?
I do.
Now let's get the series of events right as they relate to the switch knife.
Boy admits to leaving his house at about 8 o'clock after being slapped by his father.
Or punch.
Or punched. He went to a neighborhood store and bought the switch knife. The storekeeper was arrested the following day for admitting to selling it to the boy.
I think we all agree it's a very unusual knife. Pretty hard to forget something like that.
The storekeeper identified the knife and said it was the only one of its kind in stock. Why did the boy get it?
As a present for his friend, he says.
Am I right so far?
You are. You bet he's right. Now I want you to listen to this man. He knows what he's talking about.
Next, the boy claims on the way home the knife must have fallen through a hole in his coat pocket. They never saw it again. Now there's a story. You want to know what actually happened? The boy went home and a few hours later stabbed his father and even remembered to wipe off the fingerprints.
Here's the knife.
Thank you. Everyone connected with the case identified this knife. Now, are you trying to tell me that someone picked it up off the street and went to the boy's house and stabbed his father just to be amusing?
No, I'm saying that it's possible that the boy really did lose the knife, and someone else stabbed his father with a similar one. It's possible.
It's possible. Take a look at that knife. It's a very strange knife. I've never seen one like it before in my life. Neither had the storekeeper who sold it to the boy. Aren't you trying to make us accept a pretty incredible coincidence?
I'm not trying to make anyone accept it. I'm just saying it's possible.
And I'm saying it's not possible. Whoa. What are you trying to do?
What is this? Who do you think you are?
Look at it, it's the same knife.
Where did you get that?
I got it at a junk shop around the corner of the boy's house. It only cost $2.
Now you listen to me. You know, you pulled a real smart trick here, but you proved absolutely zero. There could be 10 of that same knife. So what?
Maybe there are.
Boy lied and you know it.
Or maybe he didn't lie. And maybe he really did lose the knife. And maybe he really did go to the movies. And maybe the reason the cashier didn't recognize him was because he snuck into the movies and was too ashamed to say so. Who here didn't sneak into the movies once or twice when they were younger? I mean,
I didn't.
Really? Not even once.
We didn't have movies.
maybe he didn't lie, but maybe he did. Do you think he lied?
Now that's a stupid question. Sure he lied.
But do you think he lied?
You don't have to ask me that. You know my answer. He lied.
Do you think he lied?
I
know.
What are you, this kid's lawyer? Look, there are still 11 of us in this room who think he's guilty. You're alone. What are you going to accomplish? If you want to be stubborn and hang this jury, he'll be tried again and found guilty sure as he's born. You're probably right. So what are you going to do about it? We could be here all night.
It's only one night. A boy may die.
Oh, now come on. Okay, I think we ought to get back to it now.
Right, let's get on with it.
How do you like this guy?
What do you say? You're the one holding up the show.
Obviously, you don't think the boy is guilty,
I have doubt in my mind.
but you haven't really presented anything to us to make us understand your doubt. This old man downstairs, he heard it. He heard the boy shriek it out.
And the woman across the outrack, she saw it.
We know he bought a switch knife that night, and we don't know where he really was. The movies? Earlier tonight. The kid just saw him, and they didn't fight.
He's been a violent kid all the way. Still, that doesn't prove anything.
Still,
I have a proposition. I'd like to call for another vote. And I'd like you 11 jurors to vote by secret ballot. I'll abstain. And if there are still 11 votes for guilty, I won't stand alone. And we can take in a guilty verdict right now. How does that sound?
Well, let's do it. I think that sounds fair. Everyone agree?
I certainly am.
Let's roll it.
Perhaps this is best.
All pens. Guilty. Pass it back when you're done. Hey. Guilty. 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 Guilty.
That's 6.
Please. 6 guilty.
Thank you.
Guilty. 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 Not guilty. Guilty. Now how do you like that? Okay, who was it? I think we have the right to know.
All right, what idiot changed their vote?
Now, is that a way to talk about a man's life?
Whose life are you talking about? The life of a dead man or the life of a murderer?
Now, I want to know who.
Excuse me, this was a secret ballot.
Nobody looked while we did it, but now I want to know.
A secret ballot. We agreed on that point, no? If they wanted to remain a secret...
What are you talking about? There are no secrets in here. I know who it was. Hey, what's the matter with you? Did you come in here and you're both guilty, and then this slick creature tears your heart out about stories about a poor kid who just couldn't help but become a murderer? So, you change your vote. If that isn't the most sickening!
Now, hold it.
I agree with you that the man is guilty, but let's be fair.
Hold it! Be fair! That's just what I'm saying! We are trying to put a guilty man in the chair where he belongs! And suddenly, you're listening to little fairy
Now,
tales!
just a minute.
Hey, let's try to keep this organized.
This isn't organized, let's try to be civilized.
Please, everyone. I would like to say something here. I always thought that we were entitled to have unpopular opinions in this country. That is why I came here. I wanted to have the right to disagree.
Do you disagree with us?
Usually, I would. In this one case, I agree with you. But the point I'm trying to make is that in my own country, I'm ashamed
Oh,
to
now
say...
what do we have to listen to? The entire history of your country?
It's always wise to bear in mind what's happened in other countries. Some people aren't allowed to disagree. But we are, so let's stick to the subject.
Yeah, let's stick to the subject. I want to ask you, what made you change your vote?
I want to know too. You haven't told us yet.
Well, why do you think I did change my vote?
Because I do. Now get on with it.
There's nothing for him to tell you. He didn't change his vote. I did.
I was going to tell you that you were such short.
Sorry.
Would you like to know why?
You know what? I'll tell you why I can't. He's a man who wants to speak.
Thank you. This gentleman here chose to stand alone against us. That's his right. It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone, even in something you believe in very strongly. He left the verdict up to us. He gambled for support, and well, I gave it to him. I'd like to hear more. The vote is 10-2.
That's fine. If the speech is over, let's go on.
Let's be five.
There's a man in the bathroom. This case I've been worried about. I don't know what it's. It's a number. Stuck in my mind. Sorry.
If there's anything in the kid's favor, I'd vote not guilty.
I don't see what it is.
Neither do I. They're clutching at straws.
I mean, as guilty as they get, that's the kid. I suppose.
It's that one juror that's holding out. They'll come around. He's got to, and fundamentally, he's a very reasonable man.
I guess so.
They haven't come up with one real fact to back up a not guilty verdict.
I mean, it's hard, you know?
Yes, it is. And what does guilty beyond a reasonable doubt really mean?
What's a reasonable doubt?
Exactly. When a life is at stake, what is a reasonable doubt? You gotta have law and order. You gotta draw the line somewhere. If you don't, everyone would start knifing people.
I mean, there's not much doubt here.
Two men think so. I wonder why. I really wonder why.
I mean, you do hear stories about men who have gone to jail or death even, and then years later, things turn out.
On the other hand, some killers get turned loose. They squeeze out on some technicality and they kill again. Excuse me.
Hey, look, buddy, now that we've kind of cooled off, I was a little excited a minute ago. You know how it is. I didn't mean to get nasty with you. Nothing personal.
Looks like you're real hung up here. I mean, I think the old man was pretty unexpected. Wish I knew how we could break this up. You know, in advertising, I told you I work at an ad agency, didn't I? Oh, I gotta say, there's some pretty strange characters over there. Well, not strange per se, but they have a peculiar way of expressing themselves. Well, I'm sure it's the same in your business. So, what do you do?
Oh, I'm a watchman.
I imagine finest watches come from your office. Well, anyway, usually we'll be in a meeting and we'll reach an impasse such as this, and someone will have just the craziest thing to say. I mean, it kills me. Some county exec will say, "Here's an idea, let's run the flagpole, see if everyone salutes it." It's idiotic, but it's hilarious.
Hey, are you a salesman?
No, I'm an architect.
You know what the soft sell is? Well, you're pretty good at it, I'll tell you that. I've got a different approach. Jokes, drinks, knock them on their asses. You know, I made $27,000 last year selling marmalade. You know, that's not bad, considering marmalade, huh? What are you getting out of this? Kicks? Boys guilty, pal. Sure as the nose on your face. So let's get out of here before we all get sore throats, huh?
What's the difference of getting a sore throat here or at the ball game?
No difference, pal. No difference at all.
Nice bunch of guys, huh?
And they're about the same as any.
Hey, that loud one, you know, the one who was telling us about a kid earlier. Wish we was talking. Boy, that's a real embarrassing thing. Yeah, sure, it's a murder. You think we'll be much longer?
I don't know.
He's guilty for sure. There isn't doubt in the whole world. You should have been done already. You know, I don't care. It beats working, you know. You really think he's not guilty?
I doubt in my mind.
Hey, I don't know you, pal, but I bet you've never been wrong in your life. So I'll wrap it up. You're just wasting your own time.
Supposing you were the law trial.
Yeah, I'm not really one for supposing. I'm just a working man. You know, my boss does the supposing. But I'll try it. Supposing you talk us all out of this, and the kid really did knife his father.
All right, everyone, let's get back to it. Hey, supposing you answer me this. If the kid didn't kill him, who did?
As far as I'm concerned, we only care about the boy's case and his guilt, not anyone else's motives here.
I suppose. But who else had a motive?
The father was along in life. Maybe an old grudge.
Remember, it's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. This is an important thing to remember.
Everyone's a lawyer. Supposing you explain to us what your reasonable doubt is?
This is not easy. As of now, it's only a feeling I have. A feeling. Perhaps you don't understand.
No, I don't.
Who's feeling? What are we gonna do? Spend the night talking about your feelings? What about the facts?
You said a mouthful. Look, the old man heard the boy yell, "I'm gonna kill you," and then a second later, he heard the body falling, and then 15 seconds after that, he saw the boy running out of the house.
Yeah, where's the reasonable doubt in that?
That's right. And let's not forget the woman across the street who looked into the apartment and saw the boy stab his father. I mean, she saw it.
Right, now that's not enough for you.
It's not enough for me.
What is enough for you? I like to know.
Hey, how do you like this guy? It's like talking into a dead telephone.
The old woman saw the killings through the windows of a moving elevated train. The train had 5 cars, and she saw the killings through the windows of the last 2 cars. She remembers the most insignificant details.
Now what have you got to say about that?
I don't know. It just doesn't sound right.
Well, supposing you think about it. Hey, lend me your pen. Thanks. Let's play some tic-tac-toe. We might as well pass the time.
This isn't a
Hey, wait a minute!
This is a man's life.
What's the matter with you? No, I am going to walk around this thing with building.
Right here?
You know, the nerve, the absolute nerve.
Right, forget it.
Did you see that? Did you see him?
How about sitting down?
This isn't a game. Who does he think he is?
Weren't we talking about elevated trains?
Yes, we were.
So,
How long does it take for an elevated train going at top speed to pass a given point?
what do you mean by that?
Take a guess.
I wouldn't have the slightest idea.
Yeah, neither would I.
What do you think?
About 10, 12 seconds, maybe.
That's a fair guess. Anyone else?
I would think about 10 seconds, perhaps.
Yeah, like 10 seconds.
Alright, we're agreed. 10 seconds. What are you getting at?
This. An elevated train going at top speed passes a given point in 10 seconds. This given point is the window of the apartment of where the murder took place. You can almost reach out of the window and touch the tracks, right?
Well, that's right. I tried it.
So,
Let me ask you this. Has anyone here ever lived near the L tracks?
I've lived close to them.
They make a lot of noise, don't they?
You bet.
I've lived near the L tracks. And when your window is open and the train goes by, God, the noise is almost unbearable. You can barely hear yourself think.
Okay, you can't hear yourself think. Get to the point.
The old man downstairs heard the boy say,
He didn't say it. He screamed it.
the old man downstairs heard the boy scream, "I'm going to kill you." And then 1 second later, he heard the body fall. 1 second. That's the testimony, right? Right. And the woman across the way, she saw the body fall through the last 2 cars, the L track. The last 2 cars. Right?
right.
The last 2 cars. The last 2 cars.
What are you giving us here?
An L train takes 10 seconds to pass a given point.
Or 2 seconds per car.
could have heard it.
Maybe the man didn't hear it, you know?
What are you talking about? Are you calling the old man a liar?
Well, it stands to reason.
You're crazy! Why would he lie? What's he got to gain?
Attention? Maybe.
You know, you keep coming up with these bright sayings. Why don't you send one to the newspaper? They pay $2.
Alright, what does that have to do with the man's life? Why might the old man have lied? You have a right to be heard.
Well, it's just that I looked at him for a very long time. The seam of his jacket was split under his arm. Did you notice it? This was a very old man with a torn jacket, and he carried 2 canes. I think I know this man better than anyone here. This is a quiet, frightened, insignificant old man who has been nothing his entire life. Has never had any recognition, his name in the newspapers. Nobody knows him, nobody quotes him, nobody seeks his advice out after 75 years. This is a very sad thing. A man like this needs to be recognized, to be noticed, to be quoted, to be listened to just once. This is very important.
And you're trying to tell us he lied about a thing like this, just so he could feel important?
No, but perhaps he made himself believe he heard those words and recognized the boy's face.
Well, that's the most fantastic story I've ever heard. How do you make up a thing like that?
I'm not making it
You
up.
must be making it up. People don't lie about things like that.
He made himself believe he told the truth.
What do you know about it?
I speak from experience.
What?
I am the same man.
I think we all understand now. Thank you.
You want to admit you're a liar? It's all right with
No,
me. What? He's a liar. He just said so
He was
himself.
not admitting, he was explaining.
Didn't you just admit you're a liar?
He was explaining why the old man might have lied so that we could understand.
A liar is a liar. That's all there is to it.
Please have some compassion, two of you, please. We have our job and our duty here.
I think they covered it.
I hope we have. All right. Anything else? Do you want to talk about? What?
Does anybody want to talk to me?
Now, I think we've made it clear that the old man downstairs couldn't have heard the boy say, "I'm going to kill you."
Well, I disagree.
Well, supposing the old man did hear the voice say, "I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you." This phrase, how many times have each of you used it? You do that one more time, Junior, I'm gonna kill you. Come on, let's kill those fillies. We use it every day. It's in our vocabulary. It doesn't mean we're actually going to kill someone.
Don't the circumstances alter that somewhat?
The old man was murdered.
One thing more. The phrase was, I'm going to kill you. But the boy screamed it at the top of his lungs.
That's the way I understand it.
You can't tell me he didn't mean it. Anybody that says a thing like that, the way he said it, they mean it.
And how they mean it.
Let me ask you this. Do you think the boy would have shouted something like that so the whole neighborhood could hear him? I don't think so. God, he is much too bright for that.
Right. He's a common, ignorant slob. He don't even speak good English.
He doesn't even speak good English.
The boy is clever enough.
I'd like to change my vote to not guilty.
What?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
The vote is 9-3 in favor of guilty.
I'd like to know why why change your vote?
I think there's a doubt.
What doubt? Where's the doubt?
There's the knife.
Oh, fine. He talked you into believing some fairy tale.
Go on, give us the reasons.
The old man, too. Look, maybe the old man didn't lie, but... Well, just maybe he did. Maybe the old man doesn't like the kid.
Oh, well, if that isn't the end.
I believe there's a reasonable doubt.
What are you basing it off? Stories that this guy made up? He had to work for Amazing Detective Monthly. He'd make a fortune. Look, the kid had a lawyer, didn't he? Why didn't his lawyer bring up these
Lawyers
points?
can't think of everything.
Oh, brother! You sit in here and you pull stories out of thin air. Now we're supposed to believe that the old man didn't get out of bed, run to the door, and see the kid beat it downstairs 15 seconds after the killing.
That's the testimony, I believe.
And the old man swore to this. Yes, he swore to this just so he could feel important.
Did the old man think he ran to the door?
Ran, walked, what's the difference? He got there.
Look, I don't remember what he said, but... Well, I don't see how he could have run.
He said he went. I remember it now. He said he went from his bedroom to the front door. That's enough, isn't it?
Is it?
Where's his bedroom again?
Down the hall somewhere.
Down the hall somewhere. We just send the boy off to die because his room is down the hall.
I thought you remembered everything. Don't you remember that? No, I don't.
I don't remember either.
Mrs. Corman, I'd like to take a look at the diagram of the apartment again, if you don't mind.
Oh, why don't we have them run the trial over again just so you can get everything straight?
His room is down the hall somewhere. Do you know exactly where it is? There is a life at stake here. Do you know? Well, Mrs. Foreman?
I heard you. Sorry.
What's this one all about? How come you're the only one in the room who wants to see exhibits all the
I
time?
want to see this one, too.
So do I.
I want to stop wasting
We're
time.
gonna start waiting through all that nonsense about where the body was found.
No. We're going to figure out how an old man who lost a pair of kings and has had 2 strokes in the past 3 years was able to get to his front door in 15 seconds.
He said 20 seconds.
He said 15.
How does he know how long 15 seconds is? You can't judge a thing like that.
He said 15. He was very positive about it.
He's an old man. You saw that. Half the time, he was confused. How could he be positive about, well, anything? Well, you know.
No, I don't.
Maybe you do.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Sure, it is my job.
Is this what you wanted?
Yes, exactly.
Don't want to do that. Hey, do me a favor. Wake me when this thing is over. I looked at that diagram for 2 hours. Enough is enough.
Some of us are interested. Go ahead.
Alright, this is a diagram of the apartment of where the murder took place. The old man's apartment is directly beneath it and exactly the same. Here's the bedroom, another bedroom, the living room, kitchen, the L tracks, the bathroom, the hall, and the front door. The old man says he got up from his bedroom, went down the hall to the front door, and saw the boy racing down the stairs. Is that right?
That's the story.
Yeah, that's what happened.
All in 15 seconds?
Correct.
Look at this. The old man's bed is by the window. The length of the bedroom is 12 feet. The length of the hall is 43 feet and 6 inches. This means that the old man would have had to have gotten up, out of bed, got both of his canes, walked 12 feet to the bedroom door, opened the door, walked 43 feet and 6 inches down the hall, unlocked his door, opened his door, all in time to see the boy racing down the stairs. Now, do you think that's possible?
You know it's possible.
He would have been in a hurry. He did hear the scream.
He could only move very slowly. They had to help him into the witness chair.
You know, you make it sound like it's a long walk. It's not.
For an old man with 2 canes, it is a long walk.
What are you doing?
I'd like to try something. We're going to see how long it took the old man. I'm going to pace out 12 feet the length of the bedroom.
You're crazy. You can't recreate a thing like that.
Perhaps if we could see it. This is an important point.
It's a ridiculous waste of time.
Let him
do it.
I can't see any harm in it. Foolish, but go ahead.
Thank you. All right. This chair is the bedroom door. How far would you say it is from this chair to the wall of the bed?
I'd say about 20 feet.
All right, 20 feet. So there and back would be 40 feet, which is shorter than the distance that the old man had to walk through the hall. Is that right? Right?
Yeah.
Look, this is absolutely insane. What makes you think you can do this?
We can't stop him.
According to you, it'll only take 15 seconds. I think we can spare that. Who's got a watch with a second hand on it? Have. Okay. You stomp your foot and that will be the body count. And we'll go on your mark, all right? Let's say he keeps his canes by his bedside, right?
Right.
Ready when you are.
I'm waiting for the hand to be at 60.
Speed it up. You walk twice as fast as that.
This was even faster than he walked in the courtroom.
No, it's not.
If you think I should speed it up, I will.
Speed up a little.
Come on, I got a game to get to.
All right, time.
20. 39 seconds exactly.
That can't be.
39 seconds?
Now that's interesting.
Well,
What do you think of that?
39 seconds. 39.
The old cripple swore on his oath that was 15.
Well, he may have been a bit off on the speed that the old cripple moved at, but 24 seconds off? Well, now you know.
Far be it for me to call anyone a liar. And even along with quite the difference in speed between the old man and me. I mean, there's still
Quite a discrepancy.
it's my guess that the old man got up out of bed, was in the hall, and heard someone racing down the stairs, and assumed that it was the boy.
I think that's possible.
assumed. Now listen to me, you people. I've seen all kinds of dishonesty in my day, but this display takes the cake.
What dishonesty?
Tell him! You come in here with your heart bleeding all over the floor about slum kids and injustice, and you've got some soft-hearted old ladies listening to you. Well, I'm not. In fact, I'm getting real sick of you. What's the matter with you people? The kid's guilty. He's got to burn. We're letting him slip through our fingers.
Our fingers, are you his executioner?
I'm one of them.
Perhaps you'd like to pull the switch.
For this kid, you bet I'd like to pull the switch.
God, I am sorry for you.
Don't start with me.
It must feel like you want to pull the switch.
Shut up. You are a saint. Shut up.
You want to see this boy die not because of the facts, but because you personally want it. You are a beast. You disgust me.
Shut up.
You don't really mean you'll kill me, do you?
See, the remarkable thing about democracy is that we are, what is the word? Notified. We are notified by mail to come down to this place and vote on the innocence of a man we don't even know. We have nothing to gain or lose by our verdict. That is why we are strong. We should not make it a personal thing.
Thank you very much.
Why do you thank me?
We forget. It's good to be reminded.
I'm glad we're going to be civilized about this.
Well, so now we're
No, we're somewhere. We're getting there. Maybe.
Maybe.
who's got an idea?
I say we try another vote. This woman?
All right. Anyone doesn't want to vote?
Let's vote.
Yes. Vote.
So, all right, let's do it.
I want an open ballot. Let's call our votes out. I want to see who stands where.
I think that sounds fair. Anybody object? All right, I'll call your votes out. I vote guilty. 2,
Not guilty.
3,
Guilty.
4.
Guilty.
right in this room.
The vote is 6 to 6.
I'm ready to walk into court right now and declare a hung jury. There's no point in this going on anymore.
I'd like to know why you changed your mind. And why you changed your mind. And why you did. There are 6 jurors here who think we're turning a murderer loose. A motion won't do. Why?
Well, I do not think the old man could have seen the boy running down the stairs. I don't think it likely that the old man could have heard the boy scream, "I'm going to kill you." Old man's dreaming. And even if the old man did hear the boy scream, we have the authority of this lady to prove that it might not really mean he's going to kill.
Why don't we just take it into the judge and let the kid take his chances with 12 other fellas?
6 to 6. I don't think we'll ever agree on anything.
Well, it's gotta be unanimous, and we're never gonna convince him.
At first I was alone, and now 5 others agree. There is doubt.
You could never convince me that there's a doubt, because I know that there's no doubt.
I tell you what, maybe we are a hung jury.
We're not gonna be a hung jury.
Yeah, but we are right now a perfect balance. Let's take it into the judge.
There is a reasonable doubt I don't see it.
The doubt is
Ah,
there.
you are a major.
Not again! I still know that are we a hung jury?
You mean we vote yes, we are a hung jury, or no, we are not a hung jury?
That's just what I was thinking of.
We can't even agree about whether or not the windows should be open.
We'll make it a majority vote. Majority wins.
Several more of us vote yes. And we are a hung jury. And we'll take it to the judge and we'll tell him that we're a hung jury.
Right. And if 7 members would know we aren't a hung jury, then we'll go on discussing it.
Doesn't seem quite right to me.
It's the only solution.
I agree. It's the only way.
I didn't think about this.
So we're agreed then? 7 or more votes yes, and we'll take it into the judge.
Let's call our votes out.
All right. I vote yes. We are a hung jury. 2?
No.
3?
Yes.
4?
Yes.
5?
No.
6?
No.
7?
Yes.
8?
No.
9?
No.
10?
Yes.
11?
No.
12?
Yes.
6 to 6.
This is not going to be easy.
We can't even get the majority to decide whether or not we should be a hung jury.
I vote with the majority vote on this question. And I didn't agree with voting that way. Not really. And I still don't. So I'm changing my vote. I say no, we are not a hung jury. I believe the boy is guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. There are some things I want to find out from those jurors that change their minds.
So then we aren't a hung jury, and we'll go on discussing it.
Good, we go on.
Why did you change your mind?
Well, he seems so sure and we have a really good points. Well, she just gets mad and she yells at us.
Does the anger and the insult change the guilt of the boy? He did do it. Are you going to turn a murderer loose because one of the jurors gets angry when she thinks a murderer is being turned loose?
That's true.
There is a doubt.
I don't think so. The track is straight in front of the window. Let's take that point. So the L train would have made a low, rumbling noise. L trains screech when they go around curves. So the old man could have heard a scream, which is high-pitched. And it is a tenement, and they have thin walls.
Good, that's it.
And the old man might have been wrong on the time it took him to get to the door, but maybe he was right about whom he saw running down the stairs. Please remember that there weren't any fingerprints of the knife. It is summer, so gloves are unlikely.
Now I want you to listen to this man. He's got the goods.
It would have taken a few seconds to take out a handkerchief and wipe the fingerprints away.
This is the point. How about we just time this one to see?
Just what are we timing here?
Let's be exact, can we?
I am saying that the old man might have been wrong on the time, but that he was right about whom he saw. Now, it may have taken the murderer about 39 seconds to wipe away the fingerprints and run down the stairs to the place where the old man saw him. The boy, that is.
This is true.
Well, we reconstructed the old man getting out of bed and going to the door and the timing. And now let's reconstruct the actual time.
As well
stronger than I am. Don't forget to take 1 second to fall, buddy.
And he fell on his side, his right side. So remember to fall and roll onto your right side. If someone hates another person enough to kill them, don't you suppose it's reasonable that the murderer look at his victim for a second or two?
Divorce yourself from this particular case, okay? Just human nature.
Suppose it's possible, yes.
Hey, wait a minute. He fell and he landed on his right side, but the father did. But stabbing someone isn't like shooting them. Even if it's right in the heart, he would have worked around for a few seconds, lying there on the floor, writhing maybe.
That's quite possible. You would have had enough oxygen in his system to carry him for a second or two.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the father have cried out?
Maybe the boy held his mouth.
That's also a point.
Also, there's another point we might bring out. Anyone that's clear enough mentally to wipe away the fingerprints after murdering someone, well, that person's also clear enough mentally to look around the apartment, the room in this case, to see if there are any other clues. It would just be for a second or two. I should think. But still, we look around.
This just gets better and
We're
better.
trying to make it clear. One doesn't talk about quality when murder is involved. Well, let's do it.
About the fingerprints. The kid wiped the fingerprints off the knife, right? Well, what about the doorknob? If I saw a man coming into my home, a man that hated me, and he was wiping the doorknob as he came in, well, that would give me an uneasy feeling. So, the doorknob is must be wiped after the killing, which would take some time.
You timed the last one. Why don't you time this one?
Sure.
Stamp your foot when you want me to start.
Alright, I'm waiting for the hand to be at 60.
I'm going to kill you!
Oh, yeah.
You will wipe both knobs. Stop!
Yeah, 29 seconds.
Whoever did murder the old man, I think it was the boy, he still had to run down the hall and down the stairs. At least one flight of stairs.
You see? You all see?
The old man might have been wrong at the time, but in view of this, I think it's quite reasonable to assume he did see the boy run downstairs.
So now, both times check out. When you did and when we did, that's pretty much right on time.
Yeah, sure. He's an old man who wants attention. He's probably right. The old man feels the way we all do. A life is at stake.
So the story of the old man may well be true.
Except for the fact that the old man absolutely swore under oath that it was only 15 seconds.
We seem to all agree it was between 25 to 40 seconds later.
Does the old man lie in one case and tell the truth in another? Though I do tend to admit this confirms the case of the old man, but now he's a proven liar. And this by your own admission.
Well, something's been bothering me, dropped down when I fell for the night.
Don't tell me we're gonna start this. They went over it and over it again in court.
No, I know they did, but it doesn't seem right. The boy was 5 feet 8 inches, and the father was 6 feet 2 inches. That's a difference of 6 inches. I mean, it's kind of awkward to stab him down at his numbers, half a foot taller than you are.
Well, you're not gonna believe it till you see it. So I'll give you a demonstration. All right, somebody get up. Not all at once.
On my stoop. In the vacant lot across the street. Too many. The switch knives came with it. It's funny, it never occurred to me before. I guess I try to forget those things. Anyone who's ever used a switch knife would never have stabbed out. You don't handle a switch knife out. You use it underhand.
So the boy couldn't have made the wound that killed his father.
I suppose it's conceivable that the boy could make moves, but it's not likely. Not if he ever handled a switch knife before. And well, we know the boy had a lot of experience with switch knives.
I don't believe it. Neither do I. You're giving us a lot of mumbo jumbo. What do you think?
Well, I don't know.
What do you think? Look, I'll tell you something. I'm getting real sick of this whole thing already. We're getting nowhere fast. Let's break it up here. I'm changing my vote to not guilty.
You're what?
You heard me. I'm tired of this.
What do you mean you're tired? That's no answer.
Worry about yourself, okay?
He's right. That's no answer. What kind of a person are you? You sat here and voted guilty just because you have some tickets burning a hole in your pocket. Now you change your vote because you're tired of the talking?
Listen.
But you have no right to play like this with a person's life. This is a terrible thing to do, don't you care?
Now, wait a minute. You can't
Well,
talk.
I can't talk to you like If you vote not guilty, then do it because you think the man is not guilty, not because you're tired. And if you think he is guilty, then vote that way. But don't you have the guts to do what you think is right.
Listen.
But guilty or not guilty?
I already told you. Not guilty.
Why?
I don't have to.
You do have to. Say it. Why?
I don't think he's guilty. Before we decide anything more, I'd like to try to pull this all together. This should be good.
You guys are right. Let me go ahead.
Do you want me to time this one too? Here this time.
Look, I'm in advertising, okay? I'm used to big shots pulling things together. Let's chip up a few shots each and land on green.
I'd like for you to all look at this case logically and consistently.
We have guilty.
Well, then answer me this. Is the boy smart or is he dumb?
What do you mean?
This is a kid who has gone to reform school for knife. The night of the murder, he buys a knife. A switch knife. It would take a very stupid kid to go and murder a man, his father, with an instrument that everyone would associate with the kid. Does anyone agree with that?
I'm not sure I understand.
Let me ask you this, then. Why would he make the kind of moves that an inexperienced man would make?
I don't get it.
To murder someone takes great emotion, great hatred. And in that moment, the kid would have used the knife as best he could, the way that a trained knife fighter had been trained. He would have used it under him. An inexperienced man would have used it over him. But the kid is being very smart. He makes the kind of wound that an inexperienced man would make. That man is a smart man. Smart enough to wipe the fingerprints away, and perhaps even smart enough to wait for an L train to pass by to cover the noise. Now, is the kid smart or is he dumb?
Hey, now wait a minute.
The woman across the L tracks saw the murder through the L train, and maybe someone on the L train saw the murder too.
A possibility. But no one did that would know.
It would take an awfully dumb man to take a chance like that, doing the murder as the train went by.
Exactly. A very stupid man. A man swept by emotion. He probably didn't even hear the train approach. But the man who murdered the father did as best he could.
So?
The boy is stupid enough to do everything to associate himself with the murder. The switch knife murder. Then he's smart enough to wipe the fingerprints away, but
in one moment and he tells the truth in another moment?
To make this boy guilty, you have to say you're smart and dumb and smart and dumb and smart and dumb and so on and so on. The old man has to tell truth one half of the time and lie the other half. You can reasonably doubt. There, see? I'm sold on reasonable doubt. Anyone else?
I think I am too.
Well, I wanted to talk some more, and now I've had it.
I'd like to call for another vote, please.
Okay. Another vote is called for. I guess the quickest way is a show of hands, so all those voting not guilty, raise them. 9. Guilty? The vote is 9-3 in favor of acquittal.
I don't understand you people. How can you believe this kid is innocent? Look, you know the facts of life. Look at what we're dealing with here. These people are born to lie. I don't have to tell you. They don't know what the truth is. Well, take a look at them. They're different. They think different. They act different. And let me tell you, they don't need any real big reason to kill someone either. You know, they get drunk and bang! Someone's lying in the gutter. Nobody's blaming them. That's how they are by nature. You know what I mean? Violent. Human life don't mean as much to them as it does to us. Hey, where are you going? Look, these people are drinking and fighting all the time, and if somebody gets killed, so somebody gets killed. They don't care. Oh, sure. There are some good things about them, too. Look, I'm the first to say that. I've known a few of them who were pretty decent. But that's the exception. Most of them, it's like they have no feelings. They can do anything. What's going on here? I'm speaking my piece and you... Listen to me! They're no good. There's not one of them that's any good. We better watch out. Take it from me! We're facing a danger here. Don't you know that? This kid on trial, his type. They're multiplying 5 times faster than we are. That's the statistic! 5 times! They're gonna bring us out of existence! Don't look at me like that. There's a danger here. They're against us. They hate us. They want to destroy us. They're violent. They're vicious. They're ignorant. They will kill us. That is their intent! This boy on trial. We've got him. That's one at least. I say get him before his time gets us. I don't give a damn about the law. Why should I? They don't. Well, don't you know about him? Listen to me. What are you doing? I'm trying to tell you.
All right, enough! If you open your mouth one more time, I'm going to split your skull.
I'm only trying to
Sit down. All right. Sit down, everyone. I believe the boy is guilty of murder. I'll tell you why. To me, the most damning evidence was given by the woman who claimed she actually saw the murder committed.
That's just what I'm saying. That's the most important testimony. Then let us recount her testimony.
I believe I can recount it accurately. She went to bed around 11 o'clock that night. Her bed is right next to the open window. She can look out the window while lying down into the window across the street. She tossed and turned for over an hour, unable to fall asleep. Finally, she turned toward the window about 12:10. And as she did, she saw the boy stab his father. As far as I can see, that is unshakable testimony.
That's just what I'm saying. That's the whole case right there.
Frankly, in view of this, I'll see how you can vote for acquittal. What do you think about it, Mr. You know how it is in advertising?
Well, maybe. I mean, there's so much evidence.
What do you mean, maybe? You could throw out every other piece of evidence.
That was my feeling. I'm not going to deny the validity of the points he has made. Shall we say on one side of the track there is doubt, but what can you really say about the story of the woman? She saw it.
Hey, what time is it?
It's 10 minutes of 6.
Hey, any way we can wrap up for the day and maybe start over in the morning? I got a kid at home and he's got the mumps.
Not a chance.
We can't see the clock without your glasses. Not clearly.
Glasses are a nuisance on the bag.
So, what do you do when you wake up in the middle of the night and want to know what time it is?
I put on my glasses.
I just lie in bed and wait for the clock to chime. My father gave it to me when we married, my wife and I. It was 10 years before we had a place to put it.
Do you sleep in your glasses? Nobody does. Why? The woman who testified, she had glasses. What about her?
Did she have glasses?
Of course she wore glasses. They were bifocals. I remember this very clearly. They looked quite strong.
That's right, bifocals. She never took them off.
Funny. Never thought of that.
I think it's logical to say that she wasn't wearing her glasses or wouldn't put them on to casually glance out the window. And in her testimony, she said that the murder happened the second she looked out. A moment after that, the power went out. You say she saw the murder. And I say she only saw a blur.
Well, how do you know what she saw? Maybe she's farsighted. How does she know all these things?
Does anyone here still think there is not reasonable doubt?
I will always wonder, but there is a reasonable doubt.
Anyone else?
No. I'm convinced. There is a reasonable doubt.
I think he's guilty!
You're alone.
11 votes not guilty. 1 guilty. You know, I don't care whether I'm alone or not. I have a right!
That you do.
Well, I told you, I think the kid is guilty. What else do you want?
Your arguments.
I gave you my arguments.
We'd like to hear them again. We're not convinced. We have time.
Well, what do you say? You're the man. You made all the arguments. You can't turn back on me now. A guilty man is going to be loose in the streets of murder or he's got to burn. Stay with me!
I'm sorry. I'm convinced. I'm not wrong often, but I guess I was this once. There is a reasonable doubt in my mind.
We're waiting.
You're not going to intimidate me. I'm entitled to my own opinion. It's going to be a hung jury. That's it.
I guess all we can do now is hope that maybe in a few weeks, months, why, you might actually get some sleep.
You're all alone.
It takes a great deal of courage to stand alone.
If it's a hung jury, there will be a second trial. And some of us will point these things out to the various lawyers.
Everything. Every single thing that came out in that courtroom, and I mean everything, says he's guilty. Well, do you think I'm an idiot or something? Why don't you take that stuff about the old man who lived there and heard everything, or take the knife? What? Just because he found one exactly like it, but the old man, he saw him right there on the stairs.
so we wanted to give you a graduation gift. Remember, you're always welcome back here no matter what. We'd love to have you again and again and again, Frankie. So thank you so much for doing this summer. Before we go, me and Jill do have a few words to say.
Frankie, you've done incredible. You have more than like amazed us with everything you've done. You put everything onto the stage. We're just so proud. I know Frank wrote something.
I wrote something.
So.
Frankie Alfieri, I could not be more proud of you. You're a wonder, you're a sensation. Your name will be in lights one day. Working with you as an actor and a director has been a joy over the past 2 years. I remember watching you as Juno in Beetlejuice and being in such awe, even after you turned to me from the stage and said, ew. Watching you learn and create Juror 4 as a character has been so wonderful to watch. Seeing you take on this role with such grace has been so incredible. I've loved working with you, and I hope that you join us again. Thank you for working with us this summer, and I hope you come back for every single production because you were such a joy to work with. Oh, let me take a breath. I've said it already, and I'll say it again. Your name will be in lights one day. I love you, and I know you'll do amazing things in college. So, I know you can come back anytime you want. You can do any production. But would you like to take a bow for your final show here with us? This production.